Welcome. Alright, so in this, guys, a lot of people are having a lot of trouble with this. So I want to like hit these. This right here should be the simple part. You're literally just identifying what type of reaction it is. That's all I'm asking you to do. Identify the reaction. So let's start with number 5. 1 through 4 already has the answers there for you, but 5. Lithium nitride plus ammonia nitrate goes to lithium nitrate and ammonia nitride. Okay, in this, I give credit where credit's due. Somebody actually came up with this in second period, and I really like the method, so we're going to use it. And it has a special name. This is called the Taylor method, because Taylor DeLong came up with it, and she wanted credit for it, so I said sure. So hopefully this makes your life easier. Now the key to this is you label these parts as A, B, C, and D. Now the key to it is, that's it. You're going to have 4 parts. So within this, every element or polyatomic is labeled by itself. So in this case, I got lithium. Lithium's A. Nitrogen is B. NH4, NO3. There is 4 elements there, which means I have to have 2 polyatomics. The polyatomics are labeled by themselves. So ammonia, C, and nitrate is D. So then you go over here and just label back where they're at. Keep the labels the same. So what's lithium labeled? A. Nitrate. What's nitrate? D. Ammonia, C, and nitrogen, or nitride, B. So in this case, you're trying to figure out what type of reaction this is. And whenever you're doing this, the general breakdown rule of it, everything you can look at, the first one we talked about, synthesis. Here's the formula for it, forgetting all those lowercase letters and everything, okay? You have A plus B goes to AB. So 2 things become 1 thing. Did that happen here? Did 2 things become 1 thing? No. So is it synthesis? No. So let's move to the next one. Decomposition. Is when 1 thing becomes 2 things. Did 1 thing become 2 things here?
No.
No. So is it decomposition? No. So let's do single replacement. Somebody brought up a good question earlier. It says displacement on here, but then they also say replacement. It depends on who you learned it from. The professors I learned it from, they all called it replacement, which is why I call it replacement to this day. Displacement is also correct. If you want to be technical about it, it's probably more correct. So feel free to use that term if you want to. I'll know what you're talking about. So single replacement is when you have 1 thing that stands by itself that replaces 1 thing inside of a molecular compound. So B comes out by itself and A takes its place. Did 1 thing take the place of another thing?
No.
And leave something by itself? No. So is it single replacement?
No.
No. Let's look at double replacement. Is when you have two compounds or molecules and two things switch place. Wait a second, I got that backwards. Hold it. Sorry. So it's CB plus AD. So two things switch places. Up here, did two things switch places? Yes. So what type of reaction is this?
Double replacement.
Double replacement. Now we're going to put the last one up here just because we've already put the other four. Combustion. Combustion is the most complex, but also the one that I think is the simplest. You have a hydrocarbon. What is a hydrocarbon? A molecule that is just made out of hydrogens and carbon. That's it. In some cases, you'll see alcohols, which will include an oxygen with it, but in most cases, you're just going to keep it simple: hydrocarbon. Hydrogen and carbon plus oxygen goes to carbon dioxide and water. This is why I think it's the most simplistic. Look at products. 99% of the time, if that's your products, you can say combustion. No trick. You look here. If you have hydrogen and carbon with oxygen, and it's going to carbon dioxide and water, what type of reaction is it? Combustion. All day, every day. Okay? I like this method here with symbolizing the letters and then on the other side flipping them around. I think it helps. It's my opinion. If you don't want to use them, that is completely your choice. Questions? No questions. Okay. Let's move to number 6. It's number 6. I have hydrobromic acid. 3 there. It's aluminum hydroxide. Right, yeah. Reacts to form water and aluminum bromide. Now this may look a little bit more difficult, okay, but it's not. Label them out. I got a hydrogen here, A, bromide here, B. I have aluminum, C, bonded with a hydroxide polyatomic. It's D. Let's go over here. What's hydrogen? A. And this is where it gets a little confusing. This oxygen. We don't have oxygen over here by itself. So if you want to use this, where'd the oxygen have to come from? Where's oxygen at? The D. If it helps you any, there's oxygen and hydrogen together. And then you go over here to the aluminum. What's aluminum? And what's the bromide? I'm going to give you a moment. Don't blurt it out. Ever have that problem from this class? Which one of these 5, which one of these patterns does it follow? Yes. Double replacement. Yes, thank you. So what's the answer for 6?
Double replacement.
Double replacement. Look how everything just switched. Okay? This is a good way to show it that how I have here and here, it goes differently, but it'll always end up AD, CB. CB or AD. It doesn't matter. The addition sign's cumulative. Okay? What are y'all's questions? Nobody has a question.
I have a question, but I have a statement.
Yep.
No, I could. You should give us another one.
I shall.
This one get like bit down. Yeah, and it should boost our grade.
Well, consider in fact I'm going to give you the points for it. It's not going to definitely get him. I'll let you know I haven't completely decided yet. I'm like 50-50 on it right now, but we may quiz Friday. I haven't decided yet. I'll let you know tomorrow.
On this,
On everything we cover.
I was gonna say, and everything.
I won't be here, but I have to sign up.
Have fun.
At where?
Get you Monday. All right, so 7. Do I really need to do 7 or 8?
No, it's the same thing.
Can you look at 7 and 8 and see what it is?
Yeah.
What's 7?
Double
replacement.
Double replacement or double displacement. That's fine. What's 8?
Double replacement.
Double replacement. What's 9?
Don't know yet.
Combustion. Okay, because on 9 it changes, I want to put it up here so it's on the video. So 9, I have carbon and hydrogen. Oh, it's 16, sorry. I think it's octane, but not the octane we have. Plus oxygen going to carbon dioxide and water. Ladies and gentlemen, perfect example here. You can go in here and label these if you want to. Here is A, here's B, here's C. You go over here and you're going to label it A. The oxygen had to come from somewhere, it had to come from the oxygen, so C. Here, the hydrogen is B, C. Does that follow any of the first 4 patterns? No, but take a look. Carbon and hydrogen together make what? Say it. Hydrocarbon. I have oxygen, and the products are carbon dioxide and water. What does that mean it must be? Combustion.
Non-one.
Okay? How's everybody doing? Are y'all feeling confident in this?
Yeah.
Y'all feeling good about it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I'm thinking about quizzing on Friday. If y'all are feeling good, I feel like y'all do really good on the quiz.
Find out.
And needless to say, my chemistry classes could use a good quiz.
You're not wrong at all.
And maybe just get worse.
I will tell you this, as it goes from here, it will get worse.
Progressively get worse.
Yeah, we're about to get into the hardest
We only
thing.
have 6 days left.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is our last full week, so we're all caught up.
We may not make it then.
Yeah.
But for the juniors,
Yeah,
we'll make it.
yeah, they'll make it, not us.
My honey won't be showing up until I get my 3Ds up, so.
All right, number 10. We got lead and iron sulfate.
I might be with some of you guys next year.
That's actually iron 2 sulfate. Sorry about that. Goes to
I don't want these.
a lead sulfate. Be lead 2 sulfate and iron. I want you to take a moment. Give us your own shot. Don't blurt it out. If you want to, use the Taylor method.
I'm gonna go home and thank her for this.
Y'all should. She asked me about it in class. She said, "Can we do this?" And I said, "Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I'm gonna start teaching that." She said, "You better give me credit for it." So here you go, Taylor. This moment will live in infamy. D-Long. Or as they said at National Honor Society induction, Taylor Day-Long. They only mispronounced a couple names. Did better than I would have. Once you think you got it, please set your pencil down. How about McDonald's getting a super fast up and go remodel going?
That was my. I went to go pull in this morning to go get a biscuit and a drink because I was hungry and thirsty. Their drive-thru's still open, but I went to go pull in and there's a, yeah, it really is, and there's a big truck just like sitting there, and I like rolled down my window, stuck my head out, and said, "Y'all gonna be moving soon?" He said, and he looked at the truck and he looked at me. He said, "I don't think so." I said, "I'll just go Tutors." And I like whipped out and I hit my car and then like drove on
I did
down.
not see how they're open.
I don't either, like, because when I was pulling out, there was cars in the drive-thru and they just get their food.
This
So.
morning on the way to trade school, those people were by the drive-thru and getting food.
Oh.
I wouldn't either.
It's scary because I did it yesterday morning. It's
How are they still open?
They gonna make money somehow. People gotta get paid.
It's not very good.
I get that, but y'all are like, you're, okay, first off, just being honest, y'all, everybody going through there right now is asking for a flat tire. Think about all the nails and everything they're pulling out, trying to use, all the screws, all that, yeah. I'm sure there's nails and screws just laying out in that parking lot.
And they have like a specific area for the cars to go through. Like a specific area. Like you gotta pull in a certain way to go through the drive-thru and everything.
You won't see me visiting there until the remodel is done.
What am I even doing to it?
All right, so let's label it. Lead is A, iron is B, sulfate is a polyatomic, so it is one altogether. So lead is A, sulfate is C, and iron was B. What type of reaction? Single replacement. How do you see that it's a single replacement? A replaced B. And then B is by itself. Did y'all get that? Or y'all?
The gears in my head are turning.
Okay. So everybody all right? Okay. Y'all doing good. Doing really good. I'm proud of y'all so far. Okay, let's look here. Let's go to number 11. Yeah. Number 11. Here we go. Number 11, we have calcium carbonate reacting to form calcium oxide and carbon Take yourself a minute. Give this a shot. I believe in you. Please do not blurt out the answer. Because it looks confusing. Think back to the words that I've said. Another trick to this to help you is look at your reactants. Look at the reactant side. While you're figuring this out, just as a sad piece of information, did you know that there is a caterpillar that eats bugs?
That's gross.
Yeah, they do not eat. There's a caterpillar that does not eat leaves. It's in Hawaii.
What's the devil's state?
They found that out by a scientist.
The scientist was trying to bet one and latched onto his finger.
No, he was walking by and he seen a caterpillar just like gnawing on a fruit fly. And he was like, that's weird. So he picked the bug up, picked the caterpillar up, which first thing I'm thinking, did he pick it up with his hands? He put it in a cage? What did he do? Because I mean, if I'm seeing some animal like that just gnawing down on some fruit flies, I'm not going to go, hey, how you doing? So I'm curious how he did it. But it's about like a normal caterpillar. But it's got like 6 like arms. Not like arms like we got, but it's like little tiny arms with claws at the end. And it's so he took it back to his lab, stuck it in a cage on a leaf, and for 2 days he watched it, and for 2 days it did not even chomp one time on the leaf that it was staying on, which normally what does caterpillars eat? So after for 2 days not doing that, he puts a fruit fly in the cage, closes it up. The fruit fly's flying around, and it made the mistake to bump into the back of the caterpillar. Once it did that, the caterpillar jerked around, turned around, and closed it with its arms, turned around, and started eating it. It's very interesting.
Have you ever seen the video about the Venus flytrap? Like that some dude made.
Probably not the same video you watch. You're probably the person that goes, oh, water is not wet.
Anyway.
It makes so much sense.
Anyway, but no, it was this guy, and he was sitting there talking. Like, he was acting like he was, like, a plant, just a normal plant. And he looked at himself, and he said, man, I'm really hungry for some water. And he looked back at himself, he said, I'm tired of this water. He's like, I want meat. He said, I want food. He's like, man, you're crazy. And then it shows him again. It's like, it's so weird. He's like, it's a bee. Like, he's pretending to be a bee. He's like, Buzz, you guys want some pollen? And he looks at himself, he's like, yeah, I'll take some pollen. And he said, I won't go around him though. He's acting a little crazy today. And he said, oh, he just needs some food. And he walks over there, and it says, he, like, chomp. And he's like, ah, ah, ah. It's funny. I'll have to find it, tag in it.
It's like the development.
I'm going to show you.
No!
No, it's a...
No!
I'm still showing. It's not bad. It
All right.
Think of you.
What type of reaction? Decomposition. Okay? This is confusing. Was it you, Kat, that said this?
Yeah.
I'm literally in the middle of teaching!
Throwing that there. Read this. I saw this and it made me think of you the other day.
Okay.
Exactly.
So on this, I know this is confusing. Don't worry about this. Look here. One thing. What's the key with the decomposition? One thing becomes 2 things. Look over here at all of these. On every one of them, there is more than one thing on the reactant side except for the decomposition. Decomposition has one thing. So if you start with one thing, what's that type of reaction going to be? Decomp, yeah. All right. Here we go. Number 12. Y'all? Yeah, you take a drink, that's fine. I'm gonna get out of your picture though. I don't want it in your picture. Ah! Is that glitter in the back of your phone case? It's very pretty. Number 12. Phosphorus plus oxygen makes diphosphorus trioxide. Take yourself a minute, give that a shot. Do it, do it. No. What'd you get from 12? There's somebody saying synthesis. What you got? Synthesis. Okay, what else we got?
I can't pronounce it, but I have this one photosynthesis.
I can't pronounce it, but I have what those two said. Okay. You got A, B, comes AB. What type of reaction? Synthesis. Synthesis. Gosh, I hate these. Number 13, do I have to write it out? It's so long, I don't want to write it.
Yeah.
What is it? Double replacement. Very nice. I'm very proud of you. You all are doing so wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Take your time. I'll give you a moment for number 14. I really don't feel like writing these all on the board though. Give you a moment. What'd you get for 14? Single replacement. Copper replaced the silver. Number 15. Give you a second. What did you all get on 15? Combustion. Y'all are like, oh my gosh, there's hope for my chemistry grade. Yes. Number 16. Synthesis reaction. No, you're fine. How y'all doing? I'm not so caught up if you can pronounce the words as much as you know what the correct answer is.
I know what it is.
Listen, in college you'll pick up terminology if you go into these fields. Look at me, I can't speak normal English, but I can speak this. Okay, number 17. Somebody said it. Single replacement. Y'all are getting bored with it now. You're like, oh my gosh, the monotony just keeps dragging it on. What do you get for 18? Double displacement. Number 19, what do you get? Decomposition. Number 20, what do you get? Decomposition. Are there any questions on this worksheet? How are y'all feeling? You feel like you got this?
I'm feeling better.
Huh? No, I don't want. I literally just gave you the answers and recorded it. I'm going to post it to YouTube. It'd be kind of pointless for me to take it up. Did they get it right? How are y'all feeling? Talk with me.
I'm feeling better.
Is it that bad, Arlen? Okay. Now the key to it is getting these reactions down, memorizing these reactions. Remember all those stuff we went through. Okay. The synthesis reaction wasn't bad, but the decomposition is pretty tough. You got to be able to notice what you're dealing with. If you're dealing with a metal chloride or metal chlorate, stuff like that. If you're dealing with a metal hydroxide, you got to remember the rules for them. Okay.